Welcome back to Studio 122. I'm Dakota Brewer, here with Holly Williams with the NSLS, National Society of Leadership and Success. How are you doing today, Holly?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. So tell me a little bit about the National Society of Leadership and Success, also known as Sigma Alpha Pi.
Well, basically, the National Society of Leadership and Success is an honor society. It pretty much is a cohort of students who have a massive grade point average, and they teach us leadership skills, and they teach us about community service, and they teach us about how to be successful in life. So it was a really great opportunity to be a part of, because this is something that is nationally well known. So you can go and say, I'm part of Sigma Alpha Pi, and then an employer could say, I'm probably part of this too, and you have connections like that.
Absolutely. So tell the viewers here how you can get involved, or how you can take steps to be a part of Sigma Alpha Pi.
Basically, you have to be nominated to be part of Sigma Alpha Pi. It's based on your grade point average and how well you perform in the classroom. It starts off, you do an orientation, and then you'll you'll go on to take steps. You have to pay a fee to be a part of it, but I mean, everybody pays their fees. And then once you do that, you'll be part of a student networking team where you learn how to network with other students, and you pretty much put up goals to say, I'm going to achieve this goal for this week, and you help each other reach those goals. And then you'll do community service, and also be a part of speaker broadcasting, and that's a part of your induction into the organization.
Awesome. Okay, so I know that there's sometimes people get a little bit too time consumed, and they're not able to do the restraints, all the same time requirements, because I know you have to go to multiple meetings, that kind of thing. Is there another way to be involved without having to make those time requirements?
You can be a part of the online chapter that they have. And then there are other sub-organizations underneath Sigma Alpha Pi that allows you to be a part of it. And it probably doesn't require the same requirements to be a part of it, but you can also do that. So there are different alternatives and opportunities that you can do to be a part of it.
Absolutely. So let's go back a little bit. You said that they kind of teach you leadership skills and that kind of thing. Can you kind of tell me how they do that as an organization?
Well, one thing that I really liked is the speaker broadcast. We did a speaker broadcast with a lady that owns Auntie Anne's and Cinnabons. And basically she's speaking to students, talking about how it is to run a business, and what it's like for her to be in her shoes, to be as successful as her, and how she climbed that success ladder. And so that was something, because we can actually see somebody in that role, and then you can actually learn from it. And then also the student networking teams, being able to work with other people who come from all kinds of walks of life and different backgrounds, and just being able to connect with them. It's all about achieving goals and helping each other out. So those are some examples that helped us with our leadership skills.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So how long have you been involved in Sigma Alpha Pi? Do you hold a chair or anything to that point?
No, sir. I'm not a part of the exec board, but I was inducted last semester. And at first I was a little skeptical about it, because a lot of honor societies have reached out to me, say, hey, be a part of us. But I've heard so much about Sigma Alpha Pi, so many good feedback about them. So I decided to take that step and to do it, and just to be able to expand. And I met so many new people just being a part of it, and it's opened a lot of opportunities for me. So I'm glad that I actually did that for myself.
Absolutely. I agree. I think it sounds like a great opportunity,
Yes.
especially in the networking world. So tell me a little, I know you said you had to have a good GPA and that kind of thing, and you had to be a part of certain organizations or be involved on campus, it sounds like. What do those requirements consist of? I mean, is the GPA a 2.0? I mean, obviously that's for lack of a GPA, but you get the idea.
Yes. Basically, I believe the GPA has to be at least a 3.0. Just because, like I said, it's kind of like, I don't know if you had this at your high school, but we had the National Honor Society. It's kind of like that. So you have to have you have to basically the cream of the crop. You have to be above the rest, and so they want the best of the best. So that's why they set high standards.
If you're just tuning in to Studio 122, I'm Dakota Brewer here with Holly Williams talking about Sigma Alpha Pi, the National Society of Leadership and Success. So Holly. Tell me a little bit more about the things that you guys do on campus, or how you guys are recognized.
I know we do a lot of, we partner with different departments here on campus, host different, organizations, different programs. I know that they also helped with the community service that we had with the Blue and Gold, Operation Blue and Gold. They also help out with graduations. And it's just so much, like the list just goes on and on. They do so much on campus that it's hard to not recognize them. So they, you're going to know who they are.
Let's go a little bit on one of those events that you guys, Operation Blue and Gold. Can you elaborate on what that is and how Sigma Alpha Pi plays such a huge effect and what happened with that operation?
Okay, so Operation Blue and Gold was basically a campus-wide event that allows students to come and basically extend their services to the City of Commerce. This is such a beautiful town, and we go to school here, so basically the city is ours. And so Sigma Alpha Pi basically helped with the event and actually help facilitating and bringing students out and helping saying like, hey, this is a great community service opportunity. You guys should do it, and get your community service hours for any organization that requires it. So they were very instrumental in helping out with that because, like I said before, they're very big on community service, giving back to the community and things like that. So it was a very wonderful opportunity to be a part of.
That's cool. So it sounds like it takes a lot of work to do so many different things. What does your chapter consist of? How big are you guys? I mean, is it kind of small? Are you guys huge?
Oh, we are a huge chapter. We bring in people, I think, every semester, and it's roughly about 100 students that become a part of the chapter each semester. And
each semester?
Yes.
So do you know how many is total then?
In total, I'm not quite sure, but like I said, it's a lot, and it continues to grow. It continues to grow each year.
You may have touched on this, but remind me, do you have to be in another organization to be a part of this, or is it literally for the whole student body?
It's literally for the whole student body. You don't have to be a part of another organization, but this is actually like a footstool to help you get involved, basically. Like I said, you can network and connect with so many people that are maybe part of a different organization, and then you'll say, hey, I think I'm interested in that. And so this is, so you don't have to be already involved, but this is a great way to get involved on campus.
Awesome. And when you guys meet to discuss the things that you guys do on campus, I mean, it sounds like you have a lot of members. It takes a lot of time to meet. So are there certain meeting times to get everything done? Or?
No, not necessarily. I know like for the student networking teams, they meet probably once a week. So it'll take up the whole semester for you to complete your induction. So everything lines up perfectly, and then by the end of the semester, you're a proud member of Sigma Alpha Pi. You get your pin, and I have my little bumper sticker on my car. So I'm just a proud member. I just enjoy the organization so much.
Why? I mean, how does it affect you directly? I know you talk about networking, you talk about everything else, but if you could quickly just elaborate to the audience why it's so important to be involved in something like this.
Well, like you said, of course, networking, and also to expand on your leadership skills. I think being a leader is a very vital part of your character. When you go apply for jobs and things like that, employers like to see that. They like to see like, hey, how can she contribute to my organization, right? So I believe that because it's called the National Society of Leadership and Success, so they want you to be successful as well as expand in your leadership skills. So that's how it's impacted me. And I believe I've grown since I've been a part of the organization, and I encourage people to do it. I've actually had a friend that reached out to me and told me that she's got nominated for it. I said, do it.
Absolutely.
It's amazing. Do it. You won't regret it. You won't regret paying the money for it. You're not wasting your money. You're not wasting your time. It's really beneficial.
Well, Holly, thank you so much for coming on to Studio 122 today. It was great talking to you about Sigma Alpha Pi. Thanks for tuning in to Studio 122 today. I'm Dakota Brewer. Have a good night.